I know that I am all over the place with this video, but I'm going to try to put the pieces together and get it all in order for you. And then I may not, because I can't even get it all in order with myself, because it really bothers me that you guys will come up with such talking points against older women, 50-year-old women, because we're 50 just like the men are. So 50-year-old women, and you come up with the idea that we're jealous of these younger women because you want them and you don't want us, when that's insane. It's plenty of 50-year-old men out here that want 50-year-old women, 48-year-old men that want 50-year-old women, and so on and so forth, in their own age proximity, that wants people in their own age proximity. This 50-year-old, the idea of a 50-year-old man sleeping with a 18-year-old person, like I said, is this child a runaway to where she can't seem to come in agreement with her parents, or too defiant to obey her parents? Because an 18-year-old belongs at home with their parents and not at home in another man's home in his 50-year-old bed. And then you want to get mad at black women because we want to defend our daughters, even though we don't have to. We don't have to, because honestly, the age factor, and you older 50-year-old black men, because I'm not talking about the ones in their 40s. I'm not talking about somebody in their 40s. But if you're 40 and you want to date an 18-year-old, I think something is wrong with you. I think something is wrong with you, too. You have no business dating an 18-year-old person, 19, 20, 21. These are young, impressionable people, like I said. But the age factor, when I say, where are you going to take this young girl? You're going to take her around your friends. Your friends have wives. Their wives are their own age. You know, these women are going to look at this girl is not going to be able to relate to a bunch of women that's telling her, what are you doing here? Go home. And it's not because they want the man. They have I don't know what type of people that you all deal with these days. I just don't get it. Because most grown people, especially old 50-year-old people, they already know that a young girl ain't got no business being with no old man. It's something that's just not right. It's not a balance, a good balance. You're going to go around her friends, so you expect for her to sacrifice her young life to try to mesh in with your old life. That's not going to work. And then what are you going to do? Go around her friends? So her friends can, what do the young people say, clown the hell out of her? What the young girls, you know what they do for you guys? They say, you know what? Hey girl, if you want to get high and get something to drink, we can go down to Mr. So-and-so's house. Girl, I don't want to do that. He nasty. Oh, girl, all you have to do is just let him rub on you, and then he get some weed, and he get us high, and we can get some new shoes, and we can get some money to go out. That's what they use you for. You want young girls to do old women duties. You want them to, you think that they're going to stop and give you your medication? Do you think they're going to stop doing what they're doing and change your drip? You think they're going to be with you? Do you think they actually want you? I asked my 26-year-old daughter, will you be with her? I'm just curious. I knew I was out of my mind by asking her. I'm like, what do you think of this old man? Would you be with this man? That's nasty. That's exactly what she said. That's nasty. That's nasty. He's nasty. Don't you know that your touch is mind shaking to them? They not, you not finna think, you cannot possibly think that a young girl would be turned on by you. Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Because there's some of you old cats out here that the young girls would be turned on by. But you're not Denzel. You're not Lawrence Tate. You're not that guy. You're not that 50-year-old guy. You are you. You. Black man. 50-year-old black man. You. And ain't nobody trying to, these young girls ain't trying to feel that. Especially with your young girl requirements, your womanly requirements. You want the young girl to be thin. You don't want her to have any children. She has to be educated. She can't be no thought. Where you gonna find her at? And everybody say, oh, why do you say something like that? Because most women have children by the time they're 30 years old. They just have them. You get your few in between that don't. But you competing with a group of young guys, but that's beside the point, because you shouldn't be, your 50-year-old ass shouldn't be competing with them. Is it a midlife crisis? Is that what the problem is? To where you didn't get the girl that you wanted when you were 18, 19, 20, 21, 24, 25? So now you're old behind, feel like you can get them now? They don't want you. They maybe if you had something to offer them, but you're not P. Diddy. You're not P. Diddy. You're just a dude around the way. Just a dude around the way. Why would you want someone that's your daughter's age? Why would you want someone who your son can... That's when you walk in and you see your son fucking somebody. And I have to be vulgar with it. I have to be vulgar with it. Because what you're doing is vulgar. What you're doing is vulgar. You're talking about desecrating our daughters. But even though the daughters ain't gonna let, we're not gonna let it. You know what you're getting? You know why you on here complaining about YouTube, complaining about people twerking and acting a fool, and you can't get no meals cooked, and what young girl finna sit up and pick your nasty fat chitlins? What young girl finna make you them smothered pork chops and gravy and rice? What young girl finna cook you that hot water cornbread and them collard greens? She don't know how to fry that catfish and gut that catfish and clean that catfish. She ain't trying to cut no whole chickens up to make you some chicken soup. And they don't know how to cook like that. And that's no diss to the young girl, because these things are done by trial and error, and you have to learn and experience. And they not ready to do that yet. They ready to go to school and to party and live their young lives. They're not ready to be a servant to you. They're not ready to be your servant. What makes you think that they're going to be your servant? But let's say I go along with the argument and I say, okay. They going to get the young girl, and she going, what young girl are you getting? Because some of you do have them. But look at what you're getting. You want somebody that's thin, somebody that's under 30, and somebody that look halfway decent, so you claim. And you're getting, what you're getting is crackheads. Crackheads, young girls that's on drugs. They own drugs and they need someplace to stay. So they stand with you, but they giving you hell. They giving you hell. You say you want children and they give you children. You got crack children that's been born with this young girl that you call yourself, oh, I like her because she's young. So you pretend like you don't see that she's on drugs. She's not in her right state of mind. She's mentally unbalanced. And I'm not trying to talk about the young girls, because we get old women that's on drugs too. But these are the ones that's going to be with you, that's thin with no children because the state took their children, or they haven't had children because they lost them all due to drugs. Whatever the case there, they don't have these children, and they're thin. And they're young, and they're choosing to be with you because their family has left them, and they're out there in the street and they need some place to stay, and you picking them up and you clothe them, and you're trying to clean up a crackhead, trying to clean up a meth head. That's what you're trying to do. And then when this meth head and this crackhead is giving you all this trouble, you want to get on the internet and say how wrong women are. When no, you wasn't with a woman in the first place. You was with a mentally unstable young girl that needed guidance, yours. But instead you chose to bed her down instead of help this young girl. Because I don't know why. Are you an asset to our community because you're 50 years old and you want to prey on the young girls? This is what make women skeptical about being with men in the first place. Are you here for me or are you here for my daughter? And it don't make nobody have vitriol for their daughter, because 9 times out of 10, if they have a daughter that has any good sense, any good standing, she knows that she don't have to be with an old Billy Go Gruff. No, nobody have to be with an old Billy Go Gruff except for somebody that's down on their luck. So you want to take these women that's practically starving, or go to third world countries and get these young girls that's starving and hungry and will do anything for $10, and then you want to complain about the older women, which I'm not trying to shame you into being with me. No, not at all. Not at all. Here's the thing. We've come so freely with this word shame, shame, shame. You're trying to shame me. You're trying to shame me. When are people going to be ashamed of themselves for some of the things that they do, or the thoughts that's in these heads of theirs? That's not good thoughts. It's nothing good coming out of dreaming that you can have a young girl, because you're going to get a crackhead. You're going to get a crackhead for what you're striving for and what you have to offer. I'm not talking about P. Diddy and Donald Trump and all these ones that have, and Melania not young. So we're not going to talk about, because somebody threw that, oh, Donald Trump has a nice young girlfriend. These are two-year-old arguments that I have had with people, and I got off YouTube because I couldn't take that shit. I couldn't take it, because you wanna promote your big old bloated belly behinds being with our young sisters, and that's not cool. That's not cool. Let the young brothers hit that. Y'all ain't got no business trying to bring your old ass ideas on these young girls like that if it's not positive. If it comes with you laying with them, leave it alone. Leave it alone. You have no right to lay with these young girls. You know, it's an alternative reality. It really is. It really is. And like I said, I don't deem you all as pedophiles. I just deem the older ones, because I don't speak for people. I don't speak as if I know what's going on with the 40-year-olds on down, but 50 years old, come on, man. Come on, man. You ought to know better. You ought to know better. And people, oh, I want to have some kids. They'll give you some kids, all right, and you'll have full-blown custody of these children, because they're going to run wild and do the things that they do to where you can get custody of these children. But then what do you got? You got hell on your hands. That's what you have. You have your children. Don't sit up and say that old women are trying to shame you into being with them and not the young girl that you so desire. You don't have the money for her. You can't afford a normal, decent young girl, because it is those out there that will be with an older guy if you can afford the kind of lifestyle that they want. But you guys are so upset about it. You call them oh, they just gold diggers. They just gold diggers. What young girl gonna be with an old man to sacrifice her body, and you're not even willing to take the damn girl to Red Lobster? You sitting on here, you don't even want to take her to Red Lobster. You offer her absolutely nothing. Nothing. You got some old men that's offering somebody something. And I wouldn't want my young daughter to be with no old nigga. I don't care what you got to offer her. No. You don't offer her a good life. Your life is halfway over. You got old ass farts and everything that come along with you. But if you got the means to go snag you a decent young girl, whatever. And it is some young girls that take an eye and look at old men. They do, if you're a good looking old man, because there's some good looking old men out here. But unfortunately, for most of the ones that's on YouTube, you're not it. You're not it. So don't get angry with me when I say leave our daughters alone. Leave our daughters alone. And there's other men that's on here saying the same damn thing. You're not finna label my motherfucking daughter. And I gotta get raw with it. Raw with it. But I speak for a whole bunch of other people's daughters. Because my daughter is married and my other daughter. You know, so I don't... I speak for somebody else's daughter. You know, because my daughters wouldn't, they wouldn't be interested in you. My daughter wouldn't be interested in you. Not in the least bit. Ain't interested in no old man. You know, Old man can't do nothing for her but point to his son. And hopefully his son is an alright guy. You know, but don't try to prey on the children. You have nothing in common with them. Nothing in common with them. You want to sit down and try to teach somebody how to cook. These women, these young girls don't have time for that. Teach them how you want your old hairy back rubbed. And these young girls don't have time for that. Young girls don't have time to distribute your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and how many pills you take, and your blood pressure pills, and you're 50 years old, so you know you got health problems, because I got some. So come on now. No, what you want to... You need to have a daughter. And then these are for the men. You need to have a daughter. You need to have a daughter, be active in her life, and then listen to some of these guys. And you'll know exactly what I mean. Yeah, you'll know exactly what I mean. We have to protect our own. We have to protect our own. And just because it's legal, do not make it right. It is not moral. It is not moral. But we just having a conversation. We just talking here because you'll never see me. I'll never see you. I know you feel kind of bad because I called you dirty old men. I didn't call you pedos. I didn't call you pedos. So take that up with the other people that's calling you out and saying that you're pedos. I'm trying to give you some understanding here. I'm trying to make you understand what you are doing. Especially when you have those ones that's 50 that stand strong on their belief. I stand strong on my belief. I might want some more children. 18 is it. 18 is the age. 18 is the age. It's legal. It's the law. A 12-year-old girl can have a baby. Is it the law that somebody she should be able to have one? Of course, it's not the law, but hell. Yeah, does that make her a grown woman? I mean, come on. You know, 18-year-old children, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm not saying that they're not fuckable. I'm not saying that. Yeah, with some other young person. Let them go and do their young people thing. Stay out of young folks' business. You ain't got no business taking up with no young person like that. You just don't. And if you do find yourself in the business of that, believe you me, it's some whore prostitute, it's some prostitute John type shit. Somebody wants something from somebody, period. It ain't no love there. You don't want love. And if you look up for this delusional dream, you're gonna go down a crack road, or you're gonna be by yourself because you don't have the money and you don't have the looks to be with a young girl. All you can do is cry the blues and say she's a gold digger because she took your Social Security check. That's what you can do. And till the next time, I'm not even going to tell you to like, subscribe, because you probably won't. You probably won't. But remember, I got another video from 2 years back where I was saying the same shit. And you rolled me. But it is what it is. Until the next time, later and toodles.